You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rudrians for Black and White Sports. Well, we got us a bona fide feud going on in the NFL between an all-time great cornerback in Patrick Peterson, came out of LSU, played many years with the Arizona Cardinals, including a couple with Kyler Murray. Now, Kyler Murray has had injury problems in his career, and there have been some rumors out there that Kyler Murray's, let's just say his work ethic might not be exactly up to par. And, well, Patrick Peterson was on a podcast, and he sort of echoed some things that we may have heard about Kyler Murray, possibly only caring about himself and not his team. Now, Patrick Peterson has come out and said he has no beef with Kyler Murray, and then he destroyed him. And I do mean absolutely obliterated him. Now, let's take a quick flashback. Remember this big contract that Kyler Murray just signed? There was a clause. By the way, the Cardinals had to remove the clause because there was backlash that insinuated that the Cardinals were racist for having put this clause in there. And personally, if I'm giving that much money to a quarterback and I've got reservations about his work ethic, I've got no issues with this clause. The clause required him to study game material for 4 hours per week on his own to receive, quote, credit. Murray couldn't study while he was distracted by TV, internet, or video games. If Murray failed to meet the criteria, he was at risk of being in default of his contract. Now, my biggest problem with this is, number one, 4 hours a week for a quarterback to study is nothing. I would contend he should probably be studying maybe close to 4 hours a day. I'm just saying, if you're going to get that kind of a contract, your work ethic needs to be extremely serious. Now, the Cardinals are struggling, and this is what Patrick Peterson originally said on this podcast. During Wednesday's episode of All Things Covered, the podcast, former NFL cornerback Bryant McFadden brought up the Cardinals' recent struggles and head coaching concerns, asking Peterson if he felt Kingsbury would be, quote, a scapegoat. By the way, there have been times that Colt McCoy has looked better in this offense than Kyler Murray. Just throwing that out there, okay? I mean, people have noticed it. People have talked about it in the past, and I'm just pointing that out. Well, this is what Peterson said of Kingsbury probably going to lose his job and being the scapegoat. Quote, they ain't no maybe. He will be, Peterson said of his longtime team. And the crazy thing about it, the guy who hired him will still have a job. The Cardinals dropped to 4-8 after failing to hold their fourth-quarter lead over the Chargers, who came back to score a touchdown and two-point conversion in the final seconds of Sunday's game. After the game, Murray was asked about a critical interception in the first half that led to a Chargers touchdown on the next drive and gave an explicit remark to sum up his thoughts. No, that wasn't for Hop, actually, said of the interception. Schematically, I mean, we were kind of effed up, I guess. McFadden and Peterson weren't impressed. Kyler Murray don't care about nobody but Kyler Murray. That's just matter of the fact, Peterson said. We got to remember, this is a guy on the all 2010s Hall of Fame team. Peterson will go in the Hall of Fame. Make no mistake. So, Kyler Murray fired back, okay? He fired back at Patrick Peterson, and that's when the fireworks really begin. This is ESPN. Kyler Murray don't care about nobody but Kyler Murray. Peterson said that's just a matter of fact. In a tweet posted about 3 hours after the clip, Murray wrote, "This isn't true. You got some weird shit at P2. You got my number. If you really felt like this as a big bro or mentor, you supposed to call and tell me, not drag me, so your podcast can grow. Now, I'm going to be the first to tell you, I don't feel like Patrick Peterson needs Kyler Murray to get his podcast to grow. I'm just being real. Peterson and Murray were teammates in 2019 and 2020. In the lead up to Peterson's comments, McFadden said he believes Murray should keep some of his thoughts private. It tells me he doesn't care about his head coach, and he's putting everything on the head coach, McFadden said. Now, Patrick Peterson, he come out and he denied that there was beef with Kyler Murray. And then he obliterated him. And I do mean crushed him into the dirt. Minnesota Vikings cornerback Patrick Peterson denied Thursday that he has beef with Kyler Murray, saying he meant no disrespect by his recent comments and has reached out to the Arizona Cardinals quarterback in hopes of having a back and forth of the past week. Peterson said he has not heard back from Murray but looks forward to helping him grow as a player. He added Peterson should call him, talking about Murray, instead of dragging him onto his podcast. Now, this is what Peterson said. I don't have any beef with Kyler Murray. He disputed that he had disrespected Murray and said his comments were based on body language observations that anyone could make. What I meant by the comment was, when you're a franchise quarterback, you have to carry yourself in a certain way. Peterson, who was teammates with Murray for one season with the Cardinals in 2020. Actually, I thought it was more than that. So if you're having bad body language, pouting, moping on the sideline, what type of energy do you think that feeds off to your teammates? He's saying you can't pout and you can't mope around like a big baby. That's what I meant about Kyler. He cares about himself because he's not putting the team first. When you make a bad throw, you come off to the sideline, you're dropping your shoulders. How do you think the defense feels? If you're our starting quarterback, don't have any energy, no fire, that we can win this game, how can we? That's what I meant about Kyler caring about Kyler. I didn't mean any disrespect in any fashion or form. And I might not be his mentor, but these are things, tips, that can help him be a better football player in the long run. Peterson said he did not have Murray's number before this week, but got it from a former teammate. I look forward to talking to him because he has a lot of talents, and those mannerisms are alarming. I'm just saying something that most people may be afraid to tell him. It's no secret. Yeah, I mean, look, I've heard it across the league before. Okay, there are teams out there that if they had the opportunity to get Kyler Murray, they don't want anything to do with him. Nothing. Number one, attitude. Number two, you're 5'10", and you're not that thick. You're not walking around like Russell Wilson. Okay, and look how Russell Wilson's doing right now. I mean, look, it's known around the league that Kyler Murray may have some issues. Everybody sees it. There it is. That is a quote. You see it every time they're on television. You see Kyler Murray pouting, cursing out the head coach, calling out the offensive scheme. I didn't say that. He did. Wow. Wow. Patrick Peterson absolutely crushed him into the dirt. Look, there's been issues out there that a lot of people have heard about Kyler Murray. It's been an ongoing thing. There's been questions about his work ethic. And now you're hearing, hey, your attitude sucks. You don't carry yourself right as a franchise quarterback. Okay? I mean, look, let's just take my team, 49ers, Jimmy Garoppolo. As soon as Jimmy Garoppolo came back into the team after Trey Lance got hurt, the entire attitude of the entire 49ers team changed on the field immediately as soon as Jimmy ran in the game. Why? Because they love Garoppolo, okay? Kirk Cousins. Look at how the Vikings have responded to Kirk Cousins. Anybody remember the airplane video? Look at all the respect that people have for Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, all of these guys out there. Why? Because they carry themselves a certain way as a franchise quarterback, and Patrick Peterson says, nah, bro, you don't do it. Not only that, but your head coach is probably going to get fired. And let's keep it real. He's saying you're gonna help get him fired. Okay? This tells you something. This absolutely relates back to the contract clause, because that means the team has noticed this stuff. And they wouldn't have put that in the contract if they didn't have real questions about this quarterback. And I got to tell you right now, this is going to be a bold prediction, but I think in the long run, Kyler Murray doesn't make it. Okay? I went back to look at his stats, and I'm like, look, your completion percentage is good for an NFL quarterback. It is, and that's a good place to start. But after 4 years, for you to only have a 2-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio in today's NFL, where the receivers are coddled and protected, well, I mean, you know, there's just no way. You have to be able to be a 3-to-1 or 4-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio quarterback in this league to be a franchise quarterback. And you have to have the mannerisms and the attitude to carry yourself as a franchise quarterback. It's funny because Patrick Peterson came out, said there's not any beef, and then crushed him. Absolutely crushed him. When you're talking about he's moping around and pouting, you're crushing him if you're saying that publicly. And Kyler Murray just got crushed by one of the most well-respected NFL players in the league for the last decade. Wow. If I'm the Cardinals, I'm thinking about another franchise quarterback. Just my opinion. I could be wrong. Tell me what you think, black and white sports supporters. Patrick Peterson didn't hold back. He destroyed Kyler Murray twice. But that second time, man, he laid a kill shot on him. Peace. I'm out. Till next time, Black and White Network supporters, make sure you go over and check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. 25% off USA First. 25% off USA First. Go now.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.